How do people in your life say, "I love you," without saying, "I love you"? Asian household. Did you eat yet? Quote. Edit. I love seeing how many other cultures this is a part of. I feel like people sometimes take for granted the act of someone cooking for them, or even caring if they've been fed. Food is so important to so many cultures, and I love seeing how it's important to you all too. Also, when Asian moms bring cut-up fruit to your room while you're studying. When they encourage you to continue your story after the conversation gets sidetracked. Honestly, this is what made me fall in love with my boyfriend. We were talking once, and in the middle of the conversation, we got interrupted by a friend of his who started chatting to him profusely. Public place. She ran into us basically and struck up a convo for like an hour. When she left, he went straight back to asking me about what I was talking about. Might seem like a silly thing, but not for me. That meant so much. I still think about it, and it's nearly been 3 years. I see you're drinking 1%. Is that 'cause you think you're fat? 'Cause you're not. You could be drinking whole if you wanted to. Anyway, you left all your crap on my porch. I have it in my locker. You should probably come get it, 'cause I can't fit my nunchucks in there anymore. Don't forget to wear your seatbelt. I asked if you wanted food, not if you had money. Hey, did you want to come to the store with me? It's going to rain. You should take a jacket. Have fun. Stay safe. I saw this rock, and it looks like you'd like it, so I grabbed it for you. Receiving a handwritten letter to me. Look man, we're cool, but I am calling out your shit behavior. I care about you and want the best from you. Not this shit. I cooked your favorite meal. I know you've been wanting this thing for a while, so I went out and bought it for you. I love you, but I'd never say it. I love you. The second hits. Not 'cause anyone ever did that for me, but if someone did, it would feel real good. Me and my brother have had a bit of an awkward relationship, since he's very quiet and I'm not that good with words. I never knew how he felt about me coming out as transgender, until my dad told me recently that when I first came out, my brother was the only one of my siblings who routinely corrected my dad when he accidentally said the wrong name or pronouns. We don't talk much and don't say, "I love you," out loud a lot, but I'll never doubt that he loves me from the acceptance I got from him, even when I wasn't around. That extra squeeze at the end of the hug before they let you go. Just hugs in general. I hug all my friends when we get together and when we part ways. Once at Thanksgiving, I hugged a friend of mine who I hadn't seen in a while. I had lost 30 pounds since we last saw each other. He hadn't said anything until he hugged me and then was like, "Did you lose weight?" I found the implication that he somehow remembered the feel of our last hug very endearing. Ah, that's really sweet. I'd tell my girlfriend if we ever went to a costume party as Batman and Catwoman, I'd let her be Batman. You secretly just want to be Catwoman, don't you? Always be yourself. Unless you can be Catwoman, then always be Catwoman. My husband always offers me the last soda, or the last slice of pizza. He comes up behind me when I'm washing dishes and grabs my butt before wrapping his arms around me. My little boy will randomly give me the greatest hugs and kisses ever. He offers me some of his strawberry milk often and tells me I can have his last bite of food, mostly so he doesn't have to eat it. Still, my cats jump up into my lap and purr, rubbing all over me and giving me little kitty kisses. And at least one of them will often follow me to the bathroom to keep an eye on me when I'm at my most vulnerable. I love my family. This is such a good thread up. Thanks for posting this. It's nice to be reminded of all the little things that make life good, especially when the world has lost its mind and the news is full of anger and sadness. Told my BF I was thinking about buying a bookshelf and he immediately piped up, "I'll make one for you." He reminded me of a puppy fiercely wagging its tail in excitement. That's love, folks. Every time I visit my parents, Dad tries to get me drunk and Mom tries to put me into a food coma. Both are very appreciated. My dad's line was always, "Let's get good and damn drunk, lol." Miss that man. When my city had a shortage of my favorite sodas due to a distribution problem. The sodas were still being made. We just weren't getting them for some reason. And we went out of town to a bigger city. My mom went to a grocery store and got 4 cases of my favorite soda so we wouldn't run out and I wouldn't have to start rationing or drinking expired soda. My dad is the one who picked me up from college in the year that I didn't have a car. And he will talk to me about fishing and hunting even though I really hate both of those things. He loves them and he wants to share them with me. Since I'm at college during hunting season, he takes me target shooting during the summer. He also bought me rock climbing gear for my birthday after I went to college. Since I discovered rock climbing was my favorite pastime. My brother-in-law checks up on me and sends me pictures of his and my sister's dog, sometimes randomly. Sometimes after I text him and say, "I miss my nephew." My sister offers me boy advice when I need it, and when she was watching me in high school while our parents were out of town, she told me before I went to a study group that if I felt uncomfortable, I could blame her and come home. At that study group, everyone started bullying me. I said my sister needed me home, and I went home. No questions asked. And from there, my sister and I cooked and sat in front of the TV with the food we made. My brother is the best gift giver in the family. One Christmas, he gave me the entire Harry Potter series even though he'd been looking forward to reading them and he'd just gotten them back from my mom's confiscation. We laugh at it. He knew I liked historical fiction as I got older, so he carefully searched for historical fiction novels that he thought I would like. Cool family and fuck people who bully others. I care about you, I support you, I am here for you. Then following through, they say fuck you. Term of endearment among my friends. The harder the roast, the more the love. And here I am thinking I will remain virgin forever. Oh, you still will. My little sister thanks me, opens up about how she is feeling to me, and shares her drawings with me. My family says, get home safe. We know we're safe drivers and stuff. It's more one last. I care about your well-being as we leave, or if they ask to text them after you arrive back home. When I lived in the South, a common phrase was, "Y'all be careful," and family, good friends will also ask me to call or text to let them know I got home safe, especially when I'm driving bank at night. I worked with this amazing man, who has since passed away, who used to tell people, "Be careful getting home," and the like. He would tell me, "Safe home." I only noticed because that wasn't a turn of phrase I had heard regularly. After he passed, his wife and I were talking and she was talking about getting "safe home" engraved on his urn. He used to say it to her, their kids, his family, people be cared deeply for. I bawled for like 3 straight days. My oldest son and I have a thing where when out in social situations and he needs reassurance, I simply smile and give him a thumbs up. He suffered from severe social anxiety starting at about 3 years old. This simple thing has given him more confidence and eliminated him having meltdowns in front playmates. He knows that thumbs up means he is okay, doing well, and that I love "Hi monsieur." As you wish. My grandmother used to call all of us on our birthdays to sing us happy birthday. She passed away a few years ago, so my mom picked up the tradition. My mom passed away last summer, so this past Wednesday on my birthday, my dad, who is a legendarily unemotional guy, called me and sung me happy birthday. Just typing this out got me choked up. After reading this, I came to the realization that people just don't give a fuck about me anymore, and you know what? I'm okay with it. This stranger gives a fuck. You're a lovely person. Give a fuck about yourself. Don't ever need anyone's validation of your worth. My wife says thank you to me for doing things I do anyway, like cutting the grass and taking out the trash. I don't believe this. But my family thinks I have philophobia, fear of love. I have never once said, "I love you," to anybody. I literally can't unless it's something that can't understand or can't speak back to me. So we say elephant shoes or olive juice because when you mouth it, it kinda looks like "I love you." Depends on who it is. I remember my dad telling his sister that he doesn't just love his kids, he also likes his kids. That was pretty heartwarming. Hugs. For each of our birthdays, my dad cooks us a meal of our choice. He can usually guess what we are going to ask for. Every time we get together, he cooks enormous meals. He is also a home mechanic and will ask us about our oil, tire pressure, etc., and if needed, check change, fill whatever. When my husband and I bought our house, my dad refinished all the hardwood floors and painted every room for us. We could have painted, but he insisted. He is a jack of all trades and always helps us or teaches us in any way he can. My mom sewed every Halloween costume my 5 sisters and I ever had. She is very crafty and always helps us with any project we have. She has us call or text when we get home, even as adults. She always made us special birthday cakes that were hand-decorated. My family is not shy about saying the words, but we are also very good at showing them love. The phone actually rings. My mom doesn't have a sweet tooth at all, but mine is raging and untamed. We are quarantining together, and whenever she goes grocery shopping without me, she picks out a sweet treat for me. It makes me so happy because I know that she went out of her way to get me something that I would like. So, I'm the oldest child and as such, I was the guinea pig. So sometimes my mom apologizes for making mistakes when I was growing up. My sister sends me memes. My brother sends me links to sales sometimes. My girlfriend tells me about the adventures she's having in grad school out of state. Though I'm much better than I was years ago. I had a period in my life where I was incredibly suicidal. My mom, to this day, always checks in on me if I have been alone too long. And when she thinks I'm asleep, she kisses my head and whispers, "Sweet dreams," or something to that degree. I feel terrible about giving her this lifelong worry of my mental state. But damn, the absolute love and dedication she has for her child is astounding. I wake up every day thinking of any possible way I could return the favor. Even just a little bit. She 100% saved my life, and still continues to do so. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.